I'm sure we've all been in situations where we're in a group project and we're not exactly sure if everyone is on the same page as the other partners. And this can lead to a vagueness in the goals of the project, which is, of course, not ideal. What I will be teaching today will hopefully remedy that problem. My name is Michael Alia, and today I will be teaching what I learned about Agile methodology. And so I will be going over what Agile methodology is, the process in the steps of Agile methodology, and then giving an example about applying Agile methodology to a real life situation. So first off, what is Agile methodology? Basically, it is a way to set up chunks of a project and complete them in a set amount of time. So it's specialized in being a very adaptable way to complete long-term, multi-person, complex projects. And it's very adaptable because of the chunks that the work is split up into. So if something unexpected were to happen, it's pretty easy to adapt. And so Jorgen Hesselberg, in his article, How Agile Methodologies Will Transform the Place You Work, he goes over how he used Agile methodology to come up with the architecture to change a office space to be more open. And so that goes to show how Agile methodology can be used on physical projects as well as intellectual type projects such as schoolwork. And so I would like to ask a question, and that is, would it be a good idea to utilize Agile methodology for solving one's math homework for the night? And so the answer to that is not exactly. It's not super effective. The reason for that is math homework is typically done by one person, and it's only in one night, and it's relatively straightforward, not all too complex. And so Agile methodology, which is best used for complex, long-term, multi-person tasks, would not really fit that type of problem. And so now that we know what Agile methodology is, I will go over the process of Agile methodology. And Abigail Lopez, in her article, A Systematic Review of the Use of Agile Methodologies in Education to Foster Sustainability Competencies, she goes over the steps that I will now show you. And so the first step is to assign roles for the project and make sure all the individuals know what they are tasked to do. And then the second step is to do a pre-sprint meeting. And to explain what a sprint is, it is basically a set amount of time. Typically it's within a week to get a certain amount of stuff done. And so this pre-sprint meeting is used to organize what all the individuals of a project will get done in that time. And so the next step is to start the sprint. And so all the group members will be responsible for getting what they need to get done. And then every day there will be these daily meetings in which all the group members get together and make sure they're on the same page and they are aware of any changes to the project that need to be addressed. And so the sprint review is after the sprint is over. So let's say in 5 days, if you're doing a 5-day sprint, the group will get together and discuss how it went and decide what needs to be done next. And this will then loop back to the pre-sprint meeting, because how it works is that you'll do as many sprints needed to complete the project. And typically you might set up 4 or 5 sprints to get all the necessary work done. So now that we know the process of Agile methodology, I will now go over applying it to a real-life example. And so this real-life example, let's say, could be a marketing presentation for a marketing class. And so a group would get together and assign roles for the project. And person A could be in charge of the financial aspects of it, and person B could be in charge of the advertising aspects of it, and person C could be in charge of the, let's say, organizational aspects of it, as long as they're separate. And then the pre-sprint meeting would start, and for example, they may say, by 5 days from now, we're going to have slides 1 through 10 completed on our PowerPoint. And that'll be the pre-sprint meeting. The sprint would then start, and the daily meetings would go on every day to make sure they're keeping up with their work and things are going smoothly. And after that is the sprint review. And let's say the professor changes the requirement for some reason. Then in their next pre-sprint meeting, they could incorporate those changes and adapt to anything that needs to be done. And so with that, we have gone over what Agile methodology is, the process of completing Agile methodology, and applying Agile methodology in the real world with an example. And I would like to ask, the last time that you did a project, and think about what you did there and how would Agile methodology affect how that project would have gone. And think about that. And then after that, I think that it would be good if the next time you do a project, you can remember the concepts of Agile methodology and maybe incorporate it into the next one you do. And because I think that would be pretty beneficial. And so thank you for listening.